welcome back to another episode of the Captain's Vlog. Got a quick desk intro for this one because I completely forgot to do one on the day. So this one, we went to the dyno. I say we because it was me and Karlos. We both took our Civics, mine and his FN2 K24. But before doing that, I was going to download the video where I showed making the new intake, but to be fair, it's going to take too long. So it's quicker to just do it this way. Quick screen share on my desktop. That was the original intake that I did. It's a 3-inch system with a relatively small, just a generic like Amazon, eBay type filter on it. No V-stack. So if you can see my mouse, can you see my mouse? Yeah, the red thing there on the orange. So just there, you can see there's an aluminium section of pipe between the joiner and then this elbow. That pipe ran up until about there, sort of 3/4 of the way, almost 8% of the way maybe, of the first section of the elbow. Then you got the silicon elbow, then there's another pipe in there just after this cable tie that goes out to the filter. So you've got 2 sections of aluminium pipe in there. So from the air coming in, it's inside the pipe, then it steps up because it's inside the silicon, then it steps down because it's inside the pipe, then it steps up because it's inside the silicon, and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. That clearly gave us a restriction because we only made 226 on the dyno first time round. So step into the room V2. This is now a 3.5-inch system with just a single piece of alley pipe, a much bigger filter, better quality filter, and a V-stack. And watch the video and see what it did. It's pretty cool.
Here we go.
Look at him smiling, look.
It's power run time.
So we're back at Dynodaze. We was here a few weeks ago. Here's Rich. He's going to go and just do a couple of power runs on the K24 FN2.
He's going to kick his head in.
Got the little captain here.
Hello.
So we're going to ask nicely if we can set it up on the speaker in there, because that you can see it from the front and get all the intake donk.
Yeah,
and it
man.
sounds sick.
All the way now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not just going flat now. Got a nice curve there. No massive dip there. Yeah. KB thing. Hey? Is it? Sick. So KB's just set the record for the most power made on an FN2 here at the hallowed Dynodaze. 262 horsepower. Now time to see what she can make. bare feet in the butt, but that's it.
Sweet.
So hopefully the AFR's not too far out. We've got some pretty nice cars in here today. We've got a lovely little EK on some white end keys. Looks like fresh paint, it's pretty clean. And then we've got the Dynodaze supercharged EG, repping the no print out, no proof sticker. See, he's on standard brakes, the same brakes as me.
Yeah.
But
and he obviously don't have any.
yeah, so it must just be pads. I'll have a chat to him about. Oh, is he on the AR1? Yeah, that's an AR1.
And he's not got any ducting or anything.
Nah. So, but look, traction bar, dude. I need this in my life.
Yeah.
Stop the wheel hop.
I want one, the spoon one.
Yeah.
And then it goes from the front to the rear.
Here we go. The IV text. Let's see what she can do. It's so quiet compared to yours. Mate, 240. I knew it felt quick today. It feels a bit heavy, so sweet. Camera's fallen over. Making a jam. Cheap China manifold, untouched.
Yeah.
Not even touched it.
What was it, 104 quid?
Like £104. That's like the cheapest fucking way you can do it, honestly. But hey, if it works, it works.
Like you say, it's only got to flow air, isn't it? Yeah.
That's it.
It's really working, it's making power.
Yeah. Still got that horrible fucking dip in the middle though because of the cams, with the FN2 cams in the EP3 head.
It's not too bad though. I mean, obviously, if you sort of avoid that area.
Oh, well, yeah. Once you're on the cam, it makes no odds because it pulls like a train then.
Yeah.
So, if anything, it almost makes it more exciting. That sort of waiting for the donk, wait for the donk, and then you're on the cams. It's like, yeah, now we're cooking.
Did I print that?
No print out, no proof, Danny.
Let's print it.
Print it. You got one overlay against your old one so you can see.
I've got the old one anyway,
Yeah.
so.
I don't know if you can print it out against the old one.
I can do if you need it.
Could you?
Yeah.
That'd be quite helpful because that's really what I'm comparing against.
Yeah.
So take run 2 and my
that's
previous best, then that'll work. Nice one.
There you go, dude.
You're a star, mate. Appreciate
Hey,
that.
thank you. Love that.
Yeah, it's going to get better. Even with his 260 horsepower fucking K24, we ripped it up a hill and he never dropped me.
Yeah, but you're 300
now
kilos lighter.
Now I'm only 20 horsepower behind you.
Yeah.
At the minute.
At the minute, yeah.
So we get that done, mate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but then I'll be building one, so whatever, mate. Let's keep competing. Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
All going to be. It's just like, oh yeah, but I've got a new part now and I'm making this.
Alright then, boys. Well, what is the scores on the doors? We've got some stonks and charts going on here. This one is for Karls FN2. Does it say FN2 right now? I think it does. So, what's the drill, mate? Talk to me. What's occurring?
Wow, it's gone better than expected, in all honesty. I wasn't expecting it to make the power it made. with just changing the throttle body and up to the RRC manifold. It makes such a noise now on VTEC.
It's got a proper VTEC donk now, and it sounds like
serious
once
noise.
it hits the stack cam, it's just
yeah, which is at 3.8 at the minute. So going back to Jesse on the 11th, and he's going to iron out all the cam angles, ignition timing, and sort all the bits of fueling I've not been able to sort out yet because
we're on a hybrid KB tune.
Yeah.
At the minute. Hey, it fucking worked though, didn't it?
Yeah. It's putting out the numbers, so
what
we'll
have
be
we got?
revisiting.
The final run was 261.5 horsepower at 7.8 and 202 foot-pounds of torque at 4.7. So that's the torque difference between that and mine is nuts, isn't it?
Disparity is crazy.
Absolutely nuts. So if I go up there, you can kind of see the difference in the two charts. That's the K24 chart, that's the K20 chart. Mine's a weird fucker anyway because it's got the FN2 cams in the EP3 head, so that does make a difference. But look at the numbers here, like 180 foot-pounds of torque comes in at 4.2. Mine doesn't make that anywhere. It doesn't even get to that. So, but yeah, it makes a massive difference. But on the road though, interestingly, on the road, there was a few hills and we went for a fucking solid rip on it. And to be fair,
through the streets of Mexico.
To be fair, the the EJ9, my car, was right on the bumper. He didn't drop me. I expected to get dropped initially and then maybe wind him in later once the lack of weight and the VTEC comes in. I thought that would probably be how it went, but it kind of didn't. They both just fucking tore off. They just literally, yeah. Until I run out of minerals and had to pull the trigger and get off the throttle because I've got human safety cut in my head and it keeps stopping. But anyways, so interestingly, with just the cold air intake pipe switched from the 3-inch with a bend in it to a 3.5-inch that's straight, we've picked up the thick end of 14 horsepower. That's right, 14 horsepower. I still can't believe that's the fucking difference, but that's the old chart there. So it made peak 226 at 8.4 and 155 at 6.4, and the wheel horse was at 7.7 peak 190, and we ended up basically with the same peak wheel horse number at 7,900 RPM, but went on to make 241 at 8.3, so a little bit lower than the other one, but 161 foot-pounds, so a healthy uptick. It's like 6 foot-pounds in torque and nearly 14 horsepower. So I knew it made a big difference from just feeling it. The cold air intake with the cold feeds and that made a fucking massive difference right off the bat. Much the same with your intake probably, because you did a new cold air intake.
Yeah.
With yours, didn't you? Was you 4.5 inch or 4 inch?
4 inch with a medium ram air velocity stack, same as yours, because I bought the big one and it just would not fit in the wheel well.
He went, it'll be alright, I've got the large one because it's going in the wheel well. I went, mate, I've seen that, it's fucking huge, it's never going to fit. He went, I will see. And then there was
9
no chance.
inches, like, I would literally have to cut so much metal out of that area to make it fit.
So if you've got like a Skunk 2 or a hybrid racing type cold air intake for a Civic Si on an FN2, then you don't want to go any bigger than the medium if you're using the ram air, is basically what we're saying, because that fits and it works.
Well, but it actually pushes my arch liner out a little bit.
Still, even with the medium one.
Even with the medium one, it's just the top of it just pushes it out. And I have cut some metal out to make more room so I could tuck it in even tighter.
Yeah.
So,
man, I just put mine in the bay and then stuck some cold feeds to it, and that definitely did the job today, because going out there, intake temperatures were like 12 degrees and I think ambient was like 11. So it's definitely doing the job. Still heat soaks when you stopped, but they all do that, and I don't think you're ever going to find a way around it without having a fucking leaf blower on a switch in your engine bay. Which ain't happening, but yeah, so happy as Larry, mate. We both made more power. So when we were looking at what we thought we might get, I sort of said, I reckon because of the difference in the dynos and the technology they're using, I reckon that the FN2 was going to make around about what it made down there with the upgrades on, because this is probably going to be 5, 6, maybe more horsepower out from AN others dyno. but the wheel horsepower figure was only 3 horsepower light, wasn't it?
Yeah, I made 227 at 7 grand, and it was just flat all the way to 8 grand.
Right. And where's the biggest difference coming from that RRC intake? Just that the fact that this now carries and doesn't bend over at the top.
It's the top end, and also the torque in the middle, where it would have 2 massive dips. So it'd come up initially, it'd drop down, and then it'd come back up at around 5 grand, and then it just fell on its face after that.
I'll get you to send me that chart so I can overlay in the video and just we can see the difference. But yeah, you just see how fucking different they are. This thing's a torque monster, and it just makes it from the word go pretty much, and it just rakes all the way to the very top. Mine, it's like a circus, mate. You got to wait for the main event, and then once it donks, that's when it's go time, and it absolutely pulls like a steam train at the top. And even here, I reckon, given a few more revs, I reckon there'd be a few more horsepower unlocked, because that only starts to come down because it hit the fucking limiter.
Where's your limiter? 8.6.
8.6.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's already hit the peak number there.
You know what we should have done?
Could it make a bit more? I don't know.
You know what we should have done? Took the limiter to 8.8 and sent it.
Of course, it's a power run today. Yeah, so they would have just done it.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
Next time when the cams go in, and maybe porting the China special.
Yeah, well, we've already ported the oil pump ready to go to a few extra RPMs. It's whether the valve train will cope.
Valve train would be fine,
What,
as long as we
8.8?
don't go past 8.8, because that's where you start getting into floating territory.
And I think actually on the Tegua, I'm dropping it. On the Tegua cam test, when they finally come back with the finished setup on that car, I'm pretty sure that lad had the rev limit increased to 8.9. I don't know what supported mods he did to do that, but they ran it to it, and that thing made over 260.
I think this engine's got it in it.
I think it's got it in it. Bear in mind, this is Karlos's old engine from his black FN2 that was fucking years ago, and you'd done 140,000. There's 140k on that block, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'd done 70,000 on it myself, just regular servicing and yeah.
So those people that doubted that block when I said I was going to do that, oh, I've got to get it in a machine shop. I was like, nah, because we know, like, because it was in the group. We knew what that engine had been through, and it's proving its worth now, because it's absolutely sweet as a nut, isn't it? Sweet as a nut. So there we go. This is definitely going to be the last video of the year now, because I'm going to go outside and wash the car, and then it's going away, and it ain't moving until probably early March at the very earliest. Because today in the rain, sketchy, bro. It's not fun. Not on them tyres. They are so shit in the wet, honestly. So there we go. Peace out. See you in the new year.